Hey guys, welcome to a brand new series called ForeverCraft. Void and I were talking about having a permanent server that we could build and play on. The server is not fully vanilla, there are a few mods, but it's not like a mod pack, just a couple mods that add dungeons and structures to make the world a little bit more interesting. We're also playing on 1.17, since Void and I have been playing mod packs on 1.12, so we actually haven't experienced all the fun new stuff Minecraft has added. Another reason we've started this series is that we're giving Void some breathing room to become a builder. Void is a very cobblestone box kind of guy, but he is going to spread his wings this series and we get to see what he can do. We're all going to be very proud of him. Because of this, we are having separate areas / biomes that we can build in. There are a few rules as well that will probably come up as we keep playing. For example, no stealing, only trading. But enough of that. Let's get started. I have logged in before Void, and this is going to be my biome, the Cherry Blossom Forest. Of course it is. I mean, I pick it every single time I play. While we wait for Void to log in, I'm going to start punching some trees and get to looking around for a place to set up camp while I gather some resources. The game curses me with rain, and I find this nice small mountain close to spawn. I create my first pickaxe, ready to dive in. I like this tiny little lake, and honestly this is the perfect place to start. I snack a little on some food I grabbed along the way. I'm able to get some coal immediately, but I realized I should probably start a farm up before I dive too deep into a mine. Hunger will clearly be the biggest threat. I plant the few seeds I have and head back in. The first ore I find is some lead, and realize that I cannot mine it with a stone pickaxe. Disappointed, I head out to see if I have any iron on me, only to be jumped by a creeper who did not appreciate me or my farm. Okay, buddy. Okay. So I fixed the farm with what little dirt I had on me and decided I already had enough of mining in the cave and went exploring my biome. I found my first bit of copper, so I began mining that, very excited to use this new block that we haven't used before. But honestly, food should be my first priority still. So as I looked around, I grabbed some cantaloupe, and of course there were some berries. Love some berries. I found some sugarcane and more food. Then I came across this grave, which was intriguing. And like any normal person, I decided to, well, dig up the grave. Obviously, there's got to be something down there, right? Yes, give me all of your treasure, please. I got my first bit of iron. This is the first iron I have come across. Granted, I haven't been mining all that much, but I also got some TNT. That'll be fun for later. I found a nearby village and the very first waystone. I love these things. It makes traveling so much easier. I wanted to steal this little guy's bed, but he clearly wanted to keep it, so I took the one from next door. I also stole this cleric's job. He was not pleased. I stumbled across a new villager from our mods, an oceanographer, and he was selling sea lanterns. Very nice. I took the stone cutter and I was on my way. On my way back, I saw a tent village nearby and decided to take a look. Turns out it's basically a jobless village, but it certainly had plenty of loot. I loaded up on all the iron I could find and desperately needed more inventory space. No, really, I'm running out of space really fast. I ended up leaving quite a bit behind, but I'm sure I'll find the time to come back later. As I headed home, I saw a mushroom village in the distance. Very, very tempted. Unfortunately, I just don't have the inventory space to explore. I finally returned to my trusty creeper hole. I made a few furnaces and of course set those up for later. I made my very first iron pickaxe. And finally a shovel so I can fill in this hole because honestly creeper holes drive me crazy. I also lit up my area a bit more to avoid future guests from dropping down on me again. I also cleared my area of trees. I need to be able to see my enemies as I exit the mine. They won't catch me by surprise again. I extended my farm and I planted the sugarcane I found, realizing I only had one because I didn't pick up the rest. I decided to explore local caves as they would be much more fun than a mine shaft at the moment. I battled bravely, of course, and killed this stupid zombie. Found some more copper, which I love. And I experienced another monster dropping down on me. But I totally killed the zombie and did not come close to dying whatsoever. I found some rubies, some more coal, and some silver ore. I finally come across my very first iron ore. I then saw this very shiny ore that I've never seen before and decided jumping down into the pit of death was a good idea with half hearts. Who wouldn't do this, obviously. Spoiler alert, iron doesn't work with it, but of course I tested it again just to be extra sure. Science. It was, of course, night when I left my cave and I realized I didn't actually know where my home was. I walked into the wrong neighborhood and a gang of skeletons bullied me off of a cliff. Bunch of jerks. Fighting the urge to run off and grab my stuff immediately, I realized the better plan was to sleep and then get my stuff. When I found my grave, it of course mocked me, and I realized it didn't work like other grave mods that we're used to. Those I could sneak over and it would just give me my stuff, but I instead tediously took each item out one at a time with this one. Great. I made a new waypoint so that I don't get lost again. Home. Speaking of home, I need to scout a spot to set up a starter house, and right there across the lake is actually perfect. It then began to rain again, and I realized Void still hasn't logged in. So in order to entice him, I decided to make a spawn a little bit more welcoming. I need a campfire and of course some spruce wood, so off I went to look for a spruce forest. I found another one of those graves that had a skeleton head, which I of course wanted. It unfortunately only had one chest, but a moss block that I was super happy about. Finally found some spruce and a cool looking house that I honestly want no part of yet. Nope, I'm good. Got some wood and I saw a cool plimp. And then I started to head home. I came across a duck, but honestly it looked like a goose to me, and I hate geese. Nope, so I ran away. And oh look, Void still hasn't logged in. I felt sadness. On my way over, I decided to go ahead and just make a quick lily pad bridge so I can make it easier for me to get back and forth to spawn. Perfect bridge. First, I got rid of the grass. Void hates grass as much as Anakin hates sand, honestly. I placed the campfire and I began setting the chairs up, getting it a nice, cozy, welcoming atmosphere. Finished them off with some spruce trapdoors and I waited. Well, that got boring real fast, didn't it? Let's head home. Perfect bridge. I grabbed some veggies because I am a healthy Minecrafter, and I headed back down into my mine. I came across this giant cave and more of that shiny stuff, and I remembered I can't mine that, so stop touching it. I couldn't help but hear a skeleton near me, and so I took revenge. Oh no, you fell. Oh. I then decided I would head down to diamond level in a direction that wasn't towards the giant hole. I got some copper, some silver ore, and finally some coal that broke my pickaxe. I headed back up to make some more pickaxes, and back in I went. I began strip mining and came across some deep slate. First time I've seen this block, and it is so pretty, so I farmed a little bit of it, and I found some iron ore. I found my way back into that giant hole, of course, but this time from a safe spot that I could have a look around. This place is huge, but there are some glowberries. I'm super happy to see that. And some weird crystal things on the wall. Interesting. Decided to take a look around on my side, and there are just a ton of ores everywhere. I also decided to YOLO this and see if I can collect these crystals. But figuring out what they do is gonna have to wait because the skeleton gang are back and they're bullying me from all sides. I don't feel safe, and so I leave. Back in safety, I realize these crystals are used to enhance beacons, so definitely not something we're playing with right now. Yes, I have finally made myself a shield. I know, you've been screaming at me. I can hear it. And well, of course, I make myself a sword as well. Need one of those. And I head back into that cave, ready to fight. Just kidding, we're strip mining some more. We get ourselves some very shiny redstone. And more iron that I desperately need because I am breaking picks like crazy. Yeah, enough of that. Let's go do some farming. I desperately am in need of food. It seems like this is a very big problem that I should solve. Okay, fine. Let's make some fences and let's start gathering some much needed cows, shall we? I realized I could hear a villager near me and I thought it was a wandering trader, but nope, it's this guy. Where did he come from? I'm so confused. I don't get it. Where did you appear from? Ugh. So I placed him in a boat and I made sure that he was in a super safe spot of being slightly underneath the side of the mountain. And I continue on my mission of getting cows. It is far more important. I need wheat. So I visited the nearby village again and I borrowed theirs, of course. You know, they had plenty. They can share. I also borrowed one potato. It's fine. Don't worry about it. On the way back, it was getting a bit dark, so I decided to sleep at the tent village. I kind of stole some carpet. If it would just let me sleep, I wouldn't have stolen. I'm just saying. Lights out. Time to go bed. Continuing on, I thought I saw some wild potatoes. No, they were sweet potatoes. That's fine. My single potato will be fine. And I did this! Why? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Did I think a block was there? I have no idea. But I did it. I woke up kind of confused because it was dark, and then I realized, oh yeah, I slept in this village. That was at least lucky. I began grabbing some dirt so that I could carefully block the lava. Precautions taken, I again forgot that I cannot sneak over my grave, so I began to slowly grab my items instead. And then this happens! Why? Why would that happen? Why would that happen when I took my grave? I don't understand. I was a little angry. I was a little upset. Why? Finally, back in my biome, I start to lead the few cows I saw back to my lake. I set up their pen and I pulled the stragglers over. I made them some babies and I killed all the cows that didn't want to live with me. As I headed back, I realized the baby had cute little horns. Oh, they all did. It was so cute. I didn't notice while I was slaughtering you. Oh, isn't that something? Anyway, I ate some radishes with my mysterious villager, and I continue to wait for Void to log in. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye. So I checked the replay footage, and this guy just randomly spawned in my strip mine, all the way down at the bottom, and still no idea. I don't get it. But yay, free villager, I guess. Right? Right, guys?